The Amazon rainforest is the largest rainforest in the world, occupying an area shared by 9 countries. In fact, it is so big that it represents half of the remaining rainforests in our world. It is an incredible natural sanctuary, home to amazing creatures. There are roughly 16,000 species of animals, many of which cannot be found anywhere else on Earth. But not all of them are cute and unique. Some of them are downright deadly and dangerous, and this video proves it. Number 15. Black Cayman. The black cayman is one of the Amazon's most dominant predators, and easily one of its most dangerous. It's the largest member of the alligator family in South America, growing up to 20 feet long. Anything that enters its territory is considered food. Monkeys, sloths, giant otters, wild pigs, even other caimans. Its method is brutal but effective. It grips with powerful jaws, pulls its prey underwater, and either swallows it whole or waits for the body to decompose enough to rip into chunks. Humans generally aren't on the menu, but once a caiman reaches 13 feet or more, the risk increases. Several fatal encounters have been documented, especially near riverbanks and flooded forests where visibility is low. With its perfect camouflage, patient hunting style, and sheer power, the black caiman doesn't need to chase anything. It just waits, silent, still, and lethal, until something gets too close. In the Amazon, that's usually enough to end your life. Number 14. Poison dart frog. These froggies are as beautiful as they are dangerous. Covered in electric blues, vivid yellows, and neon greens, they stand out immediately in the deep greens of the rainforest. But that bright color isn't for show. It's a warning. These frogs secrete potent toxins through their skin, and even small doses can cause paralysis or cardiac arrest in humans. The golden poison dart frog is the most lethal of them all. One frog carries enough poison to kill up to 20 macho guys. The toxin doesn't come from the frog itself, but from its diet of poisonous insects, which in turn feed on toxic plants. That's why dart frogs raised in captivity aren't dangerous. They lose their chemical defense without the Amazon's food chain. In the wild, though, touching one with bare skin can be a fatal mistake. Their size may be small, but what they can do to you is really bad. Number 13. Pit vipers. The Amazon is home to a long list of venomous snakes, but pit vipers stand out for both their variety and their lethality. These snakes can grow over 12 feet long and include some of the most feared species in South America. The fer-de-lance, for example, is aggressive, unpredictable, and responsible for more snake bites in the region than any other. Then there's the bushmaster, the longest venomous snake in the Western Hemisphere, and the eyelash viper, easily recognized by its scale-fringed eyes. All pit vipers have heat-sensing pits between their eyes and nostrils, allowing them to track warm-blooded prey with precision, even in the dark. Their strikes are quick, and their venom acts fast, attacking tissue, blood cells, and vital organs. Most of them rely on camouflage, not speed, so the danger often comes from a single misplaced step. In the Amazon, one quiet moment in the brush can turn deadly in seconds. Number 12. Assassin bug. The assassin bug doesn't look threatening at first glance, but its method of attack is as disturbing as it gets. It uses a needle-like mouth part called a proboscis to stab into its prey and inject digestive saliva. That saliva liquefies the victim's insides, allowing the bug to suck it out like a smoothie. It feeds on other insects, sometimes even ones larger than itself, and waits patiently in flowers or plants, motionless, until something wanders too close. For humans, the real danger isn't the bite itself, though that can be painful. One group of assassin bugs, called kissing bugs, can transmit Chagas disease through a parasite. This disease is slow-acting but deadly, affecting internal organs and causing thousands of deaths annually across Latin America. In the Amazon, these bugs often strike at night, feeding unnoticed on exposed skin. It's not the size of the creature that matters here. It's the quiet, invisible damage left behind. Number 11. Eyelash Viper. This viper thrives in the steamy canopy of the Amazon. Though it rarely grows past 32 inches, it makes up for its size with a venom that attacks the blood and tissue, often causing swelling, bleeding, and sometimes death. This snake is mostly arboreal, living in trees, bushes, and vines, making it hard to spot and easy to step near without realizing. Its name comes from the raised scales above its eyes, which resemble eyelashes. But don't let the cute name fool you. While it doesn't go looking for trouble, the eyelash viper will defend itself without hesitation. Most bites occur when humans accidentally step on them or reach into thick foliage without looking. These vipers come in a kaleidoscope of colors: yellow, red, green, and turquoise, making them both beautiful and dangerously deceptive. They're silent hunters, mostly active at night, and quick to strike if startled. When it comes to this snake, staying alert is the smartest move. Number 10. Bull shark. The bull shark doesn't need to swim in the ocean to be a threat. It's one of the few sharks capable of thriving in both salt and fresh water, and the Amazon River is part of its range. Unlike many oceanic species, bull sharks often prefer murky, shallow water, where prey is abundant and visibility is low. This adaptability makes them one of the most aggressive and unpredictable predators in the region. Their diet includes fish, birds, and even river dolphins. In rare cases, attacks on humans have occurred in freshwater settings, often near populated riverbanks. Bull sharks are stocky, fast, and built for sudden ambushes. They don't warn before striking, and they're not easily frightened away. With their ability to regulate salt levels in their bodies, they can move far upriver without issue. In environments like the Amazon, where people and wildlife constantly cross paths, their presence adds a real and often overlooked danger. Number 9. Treeboas. Treeboas may not be venomous, but that doesn't mean they're friends. These muscular snakes live high above the forest floor, coiled around branches where they wait to ambush passing prey. They kill by constriction, wrapping around their target and squeezing until there's no movement left. And if you think non-venomous means safe, think again. Their bites can still cause serious pain, especially because treeboas have longer, sharper teeth than many venomous snakes. The Amazon is home to several types, including the aggressive Amazon tree boa, the bright emerald tree boa, the iridescent rainbow boa, and the massive boa constrictor, which can grow over 13 feet long. They're patient, silent, and surprisingly quick when striking from above. Most of the time, they'll avoid humans, but corner one or try to handle it, and you'll learn fast why these snakes are best admired from a distance. Up in the trees, they're coiled, camouflaged, and ready. Number 8. Common vampire bat. This bat is exactly what it sounds like, an animal that feeds on blood. Found across Central and South America, including the Amazon, these small, nocturnal mammals leave their roosts each night in search of a meal. They usually target livestock, especially horses and cattle, but they have fed on humans as well. A bite won't be felt, it's painless, and the amount of blood taken is small. However, the risk doesn't come from blood loss. The real danger lies in infection. The bite wound can become inflamed, and more importantly, some vampire bats carry rabies. Once infected, the virus is almost always fatal without immediate treatment. Vampire bats are small and fast, navigating in total darkness using echolocation. Though they're rarely aggressive and most bites are harmless, the risk they carry makes them far more dangerous than their size suggests. In the Amazon, even the smallest creatures can leave lasting consequences. Number 7. Goliath birdeater tarantula. When it comes to spiders, the Goliath birdeater sits at the top, literally. It's the largest spider in the world by mass, with some individuals reaching up to 13 inches across and weighing more than 6 ounces. Despite the name, it doesn't regularly eat birds, though it's been known to take down small ones like hummingbirds if the chance presents itself. Most of the time, it feeds on insects, frogs, and small mammals. The Goliath birdeater isn't venomous enough to be lethal to humans, but its bite can still be painful. Plus, it has another defense. It flicks sharp hairs from its body into the air, which can irritate skin, eyes, and even lungs. Found mostly in deep burrows on the rainforest floor, it hunts at night, quietly moving through the underbrush. It's not aggressive unless provoked, but if you cross paths with one, it's an encounter you won't forget anytime soon. Number 6. Green anaconda. So, without this guy, no list of terrifying Amazon animals can be complete, and honestly, you can never go wrong with a snake. I mean, even Indiana Jones couldn't deal with them, so why should the rest of us? But this isn't just any snake. We're talking about the big green anaconda, one of the biggest serpents on the planet. In terms of body mass, it holds the title of the heaviest and largest snake in the world. We're talking over 7 meters long and tipping the scales at a massive 277 kilograms. And here's the wild part. Those numbers are from captured specimens. Who knows how much bigger the ones still slithering in the wild are? What makes them terrifying is their apex status. No predators, no fear. They devour whatever they want, whole. If it's too big, no problem. They'll unhinge their jaw and force it in. Rivers, trees, land, nowhere's off limits. Luckily, they don't target humans, unless you do something really stupid. So don't. Number 5. Red-bellied piranha. Piranhas have been exaggerated in film and TV for years, and the red-bellied piranha is often cast as the villain. But the truth? It's not exactly what Hollywood promised. Yes, they have sharp teeth, strong jaws, and the capacity to shred flesh. But they're not constantly on the hunt for blood. In reality, red-bellied piranhas are omnivores. They eat plants just as often as meat, and are more likely to scavenge than to hunt live prey. That vulture of the river nickname fits them well. Most attacks happen when food is scarce or the water level drops, forcing them into tighter spaces. They rarely go after healthy animals, instead targeting the sick, injured, or already dead. And those feeding frenzies you've seen? That's defense, not dinner. They swarm for protection, not to ambush. Still, they can be dangerous in the wrong moment. Respect the myth, sure, but don't buy into the hype. They're opportunists, not bloodthirsty monsters. Number 4. Canderu. The Canderu, or vampire fish, is one of the most infamous creatures in the Amazon, and for reasons that make people wince. This tiny eel-like parasite normally targets other fish, entering their gills and feeding on blood. It's small, sometimes less than an inch long, and slender enough to wriggle into tight spaces. That part is real. The legend, however, goes one step further. According to stories, the Canderu can swim up a human's urethra if they urinate in the river. That tale has terrified swimmers for decades, but science says it's extremely unlikely. There's no confirmed case of it happening. What is true, though, is that this fish is a nasty parasite with a brutal feeding method. It doesn't hunt, it invades, and that's enough to earn it a spot on any list of terrifying animals. In the Amazon, danger doesn't always look like fangs or claws. Number 3. Spectacled bear. Not many people associate bears with the Amazon, but the spectacled bear makes its home here. It's the only bear species native to South America and is named for the light-colored markings around its eyes, which look a bit like glasses. These bears are mostly shy and reclusive, sticking to the Andean cloud forests and remote areas of the rainforest. They're omnivores and feed mostly on fruits, plants, and small animals, but they've been known to raid crops and occasionally take livestock, which has led to conflict with local farmers. Though they rarely show aggression toward humans, their size and strength make them dangerous if cornered. Sadly, fear and habitat loss have made them a vulnerable species. Conservation efforts are underway to protect their remaining populations, but threats persist. Spotting one in the wild is rare, and for good reason. They're elusive, solitary, and tend to avoid human contact whenever possible. Number 2. Green iguana. The green iguana doesn't look like it belongs on a list of deadly creatures, and in some ways, it doesn't. It's not aggressive, not venomous, and many people even keep them as pets. But here's where things take a turn. This lizard is one of the most invasive species in both North and South America. Originally brought in through the exotic pet trade, many were released into the wild, where they thrived and multiplied fast. Florida, for example, now has teams dedicated to removing them because of the ecological damage they cause. Green iguanas burrow into infrastructure, destroy native plant life, and disrupt local wildlife. And while they aren't likely to attack humans, they can bite when threatened, and they've got sharp teeth and strong jaws. Plus, their claws and tail whips can cause injury. So while they might look harmless lounging in the sun, these reptiles have left a trail of disruption wherever they've settled. Number 1. Mosquitoes. They may be tiny, but mosquitoes are easily one of the deadliest threats in the Amazon. The problem isn't the bite itself, it's what comes with it. These insects transmit a range of infectious diseases, including malaria, yellow fever, dengue, chikungunya, and Zika. Some of these, like malaria, can lie dormant and cause relapses for years. Others, like yellow fever, can be fatal within days. The rainforest's wet, humid climate is the perfect breeding ground, with stagnant waters and thick foliage giving them endless places to multiply. Mosquitoes are most active at dawn and dusk, which means you need to stay covered during those times. Long sleeves, strong repellent, and even mosquito nets are essentials, not accessories. Some travelers also choose to get vaccinations or preventative medications before entering the region. So, be care and full. Hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe for more amazing content like this. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you soon in the next one.